The second to last question is: what are some turnoffs? What are something you see in a woman or a lady and you be like, this is not for me?
I would say first, I think that women, I mean, how men choose their women as off of how they physically look. I think that's the first thing.
Explain.
So I think that to see the first signs of noticing what aligns with me, I think is a woman's physical appearance. Mm-hmm. So in that physical appearance, I think just off the top of my head, long hair and thin, or because I think that a woman that has long hair and like is in the gym has some sort of discipline. So doesn't need to be told what to do. She understands that cool, to keep the show going. I have to be in order as I think as men too. Someone that's making good money narrows his options if he's not fit. Now someone that is fit and earning, now you have more options. Am I wrong?
No, I agree. I agree with that.
So So just some things are just that's just the first thin, long hair. All right, cool. You have my attention. Now, let's say I don't know.
Beyond physical.
Beyond physical, or just super feminine. Someone that's friendly, cooperative, soft spoken.
So she could be dumb as a brick, but as long as she's feminine, that's Gucci. Like she could be dumb as a doorknob.
I like.
You can keep it in stock. I feel like you're gonna be like, I like them bitches.
I like that. Nah, because I don't know. I think that not everyone.
Wait. Let me ask you. Do you like dumb bitches?
Yo, I've met some fire. Honestly, sometimes
I've met some fire
dumb bitches. They just
Wait. You met some dumb bitches, bro?
And it's just like, I don't even care. It's like something, you know what I mean? Because she's not the most educated. Like I don't think she knows what month we in. But
my nigga said what month we're in.
But listen. Hold on, time. But
she don't know what time it is.
But you get to the crib. She wants to offer you a drink. Like that's like, that's not when as soon as you hungry. Like she's like, oh, you hungry? You want to do this? Like she's giving me options. The other day I was chilling. My last shorty last woman that I engaged with, she just had everything in her purse. I just loved that. I don't know. She had the Fonto rolled up. She had a backwood. She had loud. She had a
all purpose.
Oh my! She was like a little Swiss Army knife, and she wasn't smart. Like I don't think she was trading stocks or engineering, but
she could have been.
Yo, but she just made me feel so good. It's just like
but you don't think like, all right, let's say. Yeah, in the moment when you meet her.
I had a joint, one time I had a joint, like before we did anything, got to the crib, she started rubbing her homie's feet. Like, you ever just have a joint, just rub your feet? I was like, what do you do? It's almost uncomfortable when they're so, when they so catering.
Nah, I feel you on that.
Culture,
I'm with you on that. I'm not far from you on that.
Yeah.
But this is where I kind of tear off from you because, like, yeah, she rubbed my feet, she made me feel good. She Swiss Army knife in the beginning, but I know I've been living for 30-something years. I know that life is a roller coaster. I know that 1 minute I'm going to have a nice bank account.
Yeah.
But I'm going to fuck it off sometime.
Yeah.
It's going to go down, but I'm going to bounce back. For sure, I'm going to bounce back.
Yeah.
So I know in those dips, that dumb bitch, rubbing my feet not going to help me when I'm broke. You can rub my feet 100 times in a day. I need to, like, that's not going to help me. So I need a little bit more than just rub my feet. So those dumb bitches that rub my feet, those are my one-night stands.
Yeah.
Personally, for me, like she go in that category.
Yeah, facts.
But I don't like my feet touched, so this one doesn't apply to me. But shorty wanna rub my back, I'm Gucci with it. Like, rub my back, mommy, go ahead, rock out.
Nah, but I'm not wifing over rub my feet type of joint if she dumb, bro. Like, I get it feels good. You feel like a king. You feel empowered.
I'm not saying that's what I'm not saying that that's what I look for. But I've experiencing. It's like, oh, you're like this, like you like this, you like this, like you're Jack.
Nah, but you knew she was dumb as a bag of bricks.
Nah.
Why she was rubbing your feet? You was like, this bitch stupid, but she nice.
Nah, I mean, if she had a master's, I would have been on it a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Okay. I'm very into. I love history. I love philosophy. Those are two, I met.
So I'm big into philosophy as well, right? one of the things that I need to be able to do, even if I'm just laying in bed, is the person I'm laying next to is to randomly have an at-night conversation. If I can't do that because Shorty's still trying to figure out is water wet, we're gonna have a problem, and I can't deal with that.
I agree. Listen, I agree,
bro. Is water wet?
I'm not dealing with you right now.
Is water wet? That's a good question,
right?
bro. Like,
So I'm not gonna have this conversation. Like, I want to be able to lay there, and if something hit my brain, because like you said, you're someone who's designing things. You're artistic.
Yeah.
You have a view, right? Not being able to share that with the person you literally are putting seeds inside of, it's gonna feel really fucking empty. Right? Because, and I have kids, so I can tell you, looking at somebody who you don't see a future with is pretty fucking empty.
Yes.
Right? Or if you can't have a conversation and be on the same wavelength.
or starting a journey with somebody, and then finding out later that you shouldn't have started the journey with this person. This person is dumb. This person can't do this, can't do that, can't do this, don't know this, don't know that. You're fucked.
And that's why a lot of those same men who sit there and do shit outside of their marriage tends to happen. Because either one, they grew apart, or two, there was another issue along those lines, right? So choosing our best mate options is always going to be better for us. And one of those things is identifying what is it that you're good at. So you being an artistic man, if you were to post up in a museum, I guarantee you find yourself an artsy shorty, and then it'd be a wrap, because those conversations will take you to another level you've never even thought of.
Yeah, facts.
Right?
But it all depends on me.
Yeah, no,
What I
100%.
produce, What I produce.
No,
right?
it doesn't. Because your mind is something separate from what you produce. My mind is completely separate from all the other things I do.
But what I'm producing comes from my mind.
Correct. But having a conversation has gotten me more ass and more relationships than anything that I've sat here and brought forward. The fact that I can hold a conversation, sit there and be thoughtful, empathetic in the conversation, allowing both the person to be heard and to make sure that they're hearing me, to reiterate the things back to them, to have full understanding. Do you know what that is? Because when it happens to you, I guarantee you're going to melt. Because when you find someone who actually caters to your mind rather than to the little shit that you can give two fucks about, it changes your dynamic. And that's why I'm saying a lot of men get caught up in the, hey, you know what? This is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want, until that one instance where it all changes. You just have to put yourself in those circles. A lot of these men nowadays irk the fucking shit out of me because they say wild, dumb shit.
Yeah, a lot of feminine men.
Right? No. Supposed alpha males. By your standard, they would be high earners. They sit there, they have a LinkedIn, they're sitting there, they're making money, they're doing this. But then when you look at what they go for women, seems completely contradictory to the shit that they said. But if they were to find a woman, whether she was opinionated or not, but can stimulate their mind, they're gonna fold because it's not something that they're looking for. But they complain about it. This is why I brought up the contradictions. There's too many of them. If you have a contradiction in what your lifestyle you want and the person that you are, there's a huge fucking disconnect there. And the only way you clear that disconnect is to get to what you really want.
I have a